Hey, how are you?
Hey, good, good. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I loved you in this movie. You stole every scene you were in, so this is really cool to talk to you. Um, so with like this being your first big Hollywood production, what kind of challenges that sort of like present to you in terms of like stunt training and sort of I read a little bit about how you were like Destin was helping you with like the camera stuff. So what
Mhm.
kind of challenges that present?
Yeah, this is my very first movie ever, and um, like you mentioned, the training process um, was hard because I didn't have any martial arts background before this film. So they flew me 4 months early to train, and it was really intense. I mean, you could literally hear Simu and I screaming in the stunt stage. And yeah, and also um, I worked in theater before.
Mhm.
So camera is so new to me. But everyone was so nice and everyone helped me so much. Like Destin, yes, he was really patient with me. And also Sir Ben, um, I asked him a lot of questions because he also has a theater background. So I
Mhm.
asked him, so what's the difference between working on stage and working in front of a camera? So he said, um, working on stage, we're like landscape artist, and working in front of camera, we're like portrait artist. And it just gave me a very clear clue how how it should be like. And yeah, I just feel like really grateful, and every day working on set was just like a master class to me.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I can't imagine working with Sir Ben. It's just because he's like a walking encyclopedia. And so I was curious, since you do have a theater background, and I saw that you used to sing as well. It's like, were you disappointed that you didn't get a chance to sing with Simu and Aquafina?
Oh, I would love to. I want to sing with them because we went karaoke together too. We love that.
Mhm.
And wow, it's a really good idea. I'm down.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of
Yes.
fun. And so, like, how good did you end up getting with the rope dart as well?
Oh, the rope dart is really a cool weapon. At the very first beginning, when I started training it, I couldn't get it because it's a rope. It's soft. It's not
Mhm.
like a staff, and it's really hard to control. And and then afterward, my trainer, Master Tan, he told me like that you shouldn't thinking of controlling it. You should listen to the rope dart too. You have to communicate with it. And I started like learning how to communicate with it and just flow with it, and it's really an amazing experience.
Yeah, no, it came out really beautifully. So like at the end of the movie, you get to obviously you make it out for the next one, but so like the 10 rings, you tell Simu like that you're going to dissolve it, but you actually take control of the organization. So what do you know about what's going to come next, or what can you kind of like where do you hope your character gets to go explore next?
To be honest with you, I don't know anything. No Marvel, they don't tell us anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm so into this too, and I can't stop thinking of it to myself. So also I ask myself those questions like, what's next for her? Because Xialing is such a complex character,
Mm,
and she has so much more for us to explore and discover. And like how did she train herself in her father's compound, and how did she build the fight club all on her own in Macau, right? And also in the end credit scene, you can see her sitting in the throne, and you can see Razor Fist and Zhang standing by her side. And I mean, what are they gonna do next? And also, the sign says the Ten Ring will return,
mhm.
but what kind of a Ten Rings organization without the actual Ten Rings? You know what I mean? I think,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Well,
There's a
I hope Xiaoling can get the rings, or you know, because she's the new leader of the organization right now. And also, I don't know if you watched the cut scenes they featured in the Blu-ray, and
mhm,
there's a scene which is Shang-Chi apologized to Xiaoling for abandoning her. Um, and that was a very emotional scene. And you will also think about, oh, so has Xiaoling really forgiven him?
yeah.
So what's next for the siblings too? To me is really interesting, and I am as excited as the fans. I cannot wait to find out.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff to explore, and that's it's very exciting. And like you're saying, with it feels like it comes, you guys and you and Simu come with like a really genuine like sibling relationship. So what was it sort of like meeting Simu and like developing that chemistry? Was it like instant, or was it like something that just came naturally through the course of filming?
Yeah, it was really natural. I mean, from the very first time we met, it's just so natural. That was the screen test I did with him. Um, by the way, I didn't know I was auditioning for a Marvel film until then,
Yeah,
until I met him, and he showed up in the room in his training suits and slippers. He started training at that moment, so he showed up like sweaty, just like, how your brother can be. I mean, it
yeah,
just gave me a brother vibe. And yeah, I just really natural.
awesome. And so like you also get to work a lot with well, there's Simu, there's Aquafina, and Sir Ben, and
Mhm.
Ronnie, Ronnie's hilarious. And so like you have to and you get to be you had to play it straight in all these scenes. Like you can't joke around with everyone while everyone's, so what was that kind of just like, not being able to laugh, but there when these guys are doing kind of like silly things?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. um to me, my favorite scene um on that regard is, you remember Razor Fist
Mhm.
trying to kill the beast,
Yeah.
and he has the beast in his hand, and he has his razor arm
Mhm.
trying to cut it. And on that day, we didn't have anything in his hand actually, so
Yeah.
it's just all him doing this to the air, and we have to like, oh, it's so intense, he's killing the monster. And but it's really funny to watch him just like, oh, oh, like, all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny to me.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I can imagine. And so I guess I don't want to keep you too long, but like it seems like like you mentioned earlier, like there's a lot of relationships that you could possibly explore, because you grew up with the Ten Rings organization, so you probably have some sort of pre-existing relationship with Razor Fist, with some of the other people that were there. And so like,
Mhm.
would you like, was there any time that you, I don't know if you ever discussed it with Destin, what your relationship to these other characters was, or is like something that you would want to see, like maybe like with them doing all these Disney Plus shows, whether you'd want to like explore your character further in that space?
We haven't discussed that deep yet, but I mean, I also read a lot of comments and posts from fans like asking for a Disney Plus show for Xialing, and they are throwing a lot of great ideas. And I mean, I'm down. And I'm also still training. So when Xialing returns, she will return strong.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully we see the sequel sooner than later. But thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was great to meet you.
You too.